That's
Oh,
exciting, Linda.
yes, it is. So welcome everybody. Hello, Gwendolyn. I'm so glad to have beautiful souls here on the call. And of course, I know there's many that 3 o'clock Central is an interesting, strange time. So I know that many can't be on the call right now, but I know that many of you will watch this later. So hello to all of you out there in Wonderland. And welcome to our beautiful new moon in Sagittarius transmission that Gwendolyn and I are doing. We usually do this as a call. So we've decided that we want to do this on video so people can see us and watch us do all these weird, freaky faces and stuff. Transitions and
Oh, right.
yeah.
I can take and pop.
Yes. And so for those that may watch this later who don't know us, Gwendolyn, why don't we start with you introducing yourself and then I'll do second.
That sounds good. So I'm Gwendolyn Terra. I first of all, I just want to acknowledge how excited I am to be here with Linda. I'm excited that we're doing a video together because this is part of the whole intention of the call, is this really being in the new and stretching out of where we've been. Like I've done some video and she's done some video, but to make a video and share it live together, it's like, yay, it's this next step and we're in that. And I call myself a mystic muse. That's the title I gave myself many years ago. And I have lots of other things I use as titles, but that still feels very core and true to me. I love the mystery. I love tuning into it. I'm an explorer. I love going into space, but really going in the body into space. I'm doing sacred movement practices for over 20 years, shamanic based, earth based, sensuality, really tapping into the power of our bodies. And the mystical spiritual self we are in our bodies. So embodiment is my practice. And so the mystic is that. And then the muse is that idea of it being really playful, right? Like, and it's this energy of creation. So there's the mystic and then the human creates in this world. So I really love nourishing creation and seeing how we do it together. So tuning into that magical space and creating it together. So they do that through a lot of sacred movement practices, including ecstatic dances, deeper spiritual journey dances. I do that through a practice called constellations. I call the work I do integration constellations. But it's this idea, and that sources from this lineage of systemic constellations. It's this idea that collectively we can do even more. And actually, with less effort. Like we can tune into and the third part of all of it is being in tune with the earth. So in tune with our bodies, which is actually our part of the earth, and using that to be in tune with the earth, then to create lives that are really from that place, that are really inspired, and heart led. Because what runs our body, what our whole body is oriented around, is actually our heart. To protect the heart, to nourish it, to keep it beating. And the heart is in resonant connection with everything. The whole body is, with all of nature, all of life, all of creation. So when we can really be in our hearts, in our bodies, we can create anything. And it's the juice of living. It's like why we're alive. So I love sharing the magic and the juiciness of living and the connectivity that we have. So those pieces of that, being in connection is being in connectivity, or being in creation is being connected. And how do we do that? So practices to do that. And also we're not just an earth body, we're in a solar system in the sky. So I also source a lot of astrology, because that's been my earliest thing since I was like 9 or 10. That's where, how does the earth in relationship with the rest of the planets and the sun and even the stars, astrology touches into that. How does that all work? Like, how do we all relate together? So
Beautiful.
Yes, that feels like, and I love doing things with Linda. I love doing things with Linda because there's so much that just flows through. Like when there's more than one of us, and each of you that's here and each of you that's going to listen to this later, we're calling in your energies. That's how we create more, is this collective juiciness. So yeah, excited to be here.
Yay! I have my muse friend to play with because I love it, because Gwendolyn is excellent at reminding me to play because I tend to be much more serious. And so I've gotten to a place of like, when I'm with her, I have to not always be so serious, play more. And so, so I play with women. I've been playing with women, serving women for, oh my God, almost 10 years now, maybe more. Hi, Yuda. And I had, in the beginning, I worked with doing lots of kind of intuitional type readings, things like that. And I've expanded now into doing more transformational work with women, helping women get aligned, get unstuck, and move into their truth and really serve from this really beautiful place that is their truth in the world. And so whatever that looks like. So I love to play with many different amazing practitioners who have incredible gifts that just fit nicely with that whole idea of us moving, playing, transforming. And so today we're going to be playing with this beautiful new moon energy and really tune into the gorgeous transmissions that want to come through, that want to help support you and move you into a more beautiful place of alignment with this idea of the unknown. So that's what we're going to be exploring today. That's what we're going to be playing with today. We're going to kind of ground in and then expand that energy and see what wants to move. So for all of you here that are live on the call, you're going to be in some ways beautiful conduits for the movement of this energy, so that all those that watch this video later, they're going to receive those movements as well, even though they weren't live on the call. So that's what's so beautiful about coming into beautiful conscious group fields of energy that are focused and intentional, is that, as Gwendolyn said, we can move some beautiful energy, some big pieces that maybe you've been struggling with and you just didn't know that, wow, I just got on this call and all of a sudden this big piece I've been trying to move by myself can now move because we have this beautiful group field of energy assisting the process. So things become a lot easier when we do things from a place of this kind of group consciousness. So I am very happy all of you beautiful souls are here. It's no mistake that your gorgeous energy was called in so that we can really tune in and see what wants to move around this embracing the unknown.
Yeah.
So I want to say, well, Gwendolyn, did you want us to do a grounding and then go into this astrology, or what do you want to do?
I feel like we could talk for a moment because there's something about that, because in the grounding we can kind of bring that in.
Perfect.
I want to acknowledge that. Yeah, I also, this idea of divine movements, that the divine is moving through everything, and this Sag energy has a lot to do with movement. And we've been digging really deep, right? Like the astrology's been like, can you get to that core truth? You know, what Linda was talking about. So I like to play, but I also like to play in all the edges, because the deeper and more real we can get with all of ourselves, including our deepest shadows, the more we can be present for everything that's here. And what is actually happening planetary wise, and there's lots of conversation about, is that there's all this light happening and we're waking up. And what it's doing is bringing light into everything. So it's like we're becoming transparent, and everything that we've ever done, even our ancestors have done, the way we've created our world and the way we've related is we're having to look at it.
Yeah.
Right? We've been deep into Scorpio. Where are the secrets? Where's the hidden stuff? What is our relationship with power, our sexuality, money? I mean, the deep stuff. And we're still in it. Mars is still in Scorpio. So is Mercury. We had this Mercury retrograde. And if you didn't have some stuff get stirred up that you, in the last month, I would be pretty surprised. We're all having to look at our stuff. And part of that includes sitting with our deepest fears. Mm-hmm. And we are going to be moving more with that, but being able to be with our fears and also the consequences of our actions. Truth, Jupiter, the Sagittarius energy that's here is very much about truth and justice, right? And that's an interesting topic, which we can go more into, but there's a justice that's a very natural justice. That's not just a punishment justice. Right? Because even if someone does something terrible, when we put them in jail, they're still in jail. What are we doing? So there's like a bigger justice. There's a word, restorative justice, where people have to actually hear the consequences of their actions. And there's actually a healing in that. And to me, that's a part of the resolution and the constellation work. And it's nice to see Tina's face. But yeah, so there's truth, justice, and the other thing that Linda and I were talking about before the call is this energy of we can't keep going in ways that aren't working, period. Like relationships that aren't working, we can't keep doing that. We can't keep being in something saying, I want to be out. It's like, nuh-uh, it's been kicking us out because we can't keep lie even to ourselves. We can't keep going in ways that are not aligned. And that's true on a collective cultural level too. We cannot keep doing things the way we've done them. What's great is there's a whole lot of creative energy in the humans, and we are creating new ways to do things. Yeah. So it's not like we give up. It's just we have to be willing to let go and release and be in unknown territory, because we have to create in new ways than how we've done it. And there's more to that, but there's and Mars and Uranus in the sky, if you read astrology stuff, Mars is right opposition the planet of the Great Awakener, which is shaking everything up in the earth. And Mars is the action planet. And right now, as we have this new moon, which has all these blessings for Venus and Jupiter in Sag, and the new moon in Sag, and this justice thing, we also have this awakening and you have to take action thing. Yeah. There is no escaping our stuff right now. The good thing about it is that it creates space for us to play in new ways. And our creative, like our magical child, knows how to create in new ways. And we need to practice it with each other. Like, oh, this is how we've done it. I wonder what we could create now. And our creative energy is excited about it because it likes to do things in new ways. It's exciting. It builds brain chemicals. We get excited. It's fun, right? And it's scary. It's fun and it's scary. So we're going to work with some pieces of that, because that's what's showing up is we have to be with our fear of the unknown, which therefore embracing the unknown. And it's interesting because I told Linda when we were playing this call that I went to go see Frozen 2, which just came out this weekend. And their song for this one, the core song, is Into the Unknown, right? And the one 5 years ago, or when the other one came out, was Let It Go. So we've done Let It Go. And now we're into the unknown. And it's all about really following the call of the mystery and the magic that you're here to be. Like trusting that call. And in that call, you have to clean up the messes of yourself, your actions, and your ancestors' actions. It's an amazing constellation, that movie. But it's the energy of this time. Like, how do we joyfully go into the unknown? What do we need? We need trust, and we need to feel our capacity, our connection to source, our capacity to meet the moment, and to be with our fears and be with our shadows, right? So all of that's here. That's in the astrology. And so Linda, you have some things to say.
They say that this is a time right now that you want to literally let yourself be pulled by your destiny. Like that your destiny is here. It's wanting to guide you, like pull you in, and you just have to just surrender, like, yes, pull me into my destiny. But from a place with a smile on your face, not with, your fingers gripping, like, no. Instead, it's like just like falling into, yes, pull me into my destiny. And that means getting grounded in to your body, embodied, at the same time that you are completely trusting source flowing through you. As Gwendolyn was saying, we are beautiful beings in a body, but we're pure light source wanting to create beautiful things in this material world. So we want to allow that soul energy, that destiny that's written in us, to have its way with us, so to speak. And it can be fun. It can be amazing. It can just, be awe-inspiring for you to just allow that. So the energy right now, for those that are really sensitive, you can almost like feel like, whoa, I'm being pulled. But that means you're being pulled in a direction that's unknown, that's new, that's not predictable. because it's completely different from how you have been doing things and how you have been seen and perceiving the world. So this is about really opening and letting yourself be pulled by the divine source within you that's wanting to awaken that beautiful destiny that's right in front of you, ready. But that means we have to grieve and let go of the old and the past and be okay with that and really give it its beautiful place and honor it, that whatever we did in the past and who we were in the past, even if it was limited and constricted and yucky and whatever all that was, it was still beautiful. It was still perfect. You want to honor it, bless it, and rip, rest in peace. So that you can now freely, like freely, the word I keep hearing right now is liberation.
Yep.
From a place of your liberated, beautiful self, move forward into your destiny. And yes, it is unknown. And yay, let's have fun with that.
And it's so ecstatic. Like even the way they did Elsa, when she goes for it and she really goes for it full on into her wildness, her face becomes alive. It's like when someone's ecstatic, when they fully are living what they are, there's like this aliveness when we're being what we're here to be. There's this aliveness of living and truth. And we're all feeling, that's the call. That's like the core of it. And then how we're going to be that, our creative energy, which is sourcing from the magic of who we've been. Like our magic's always been here. It's like how the forms are changing, which is kind of a thing to play with. It's like, and there's something, it's very ecstatic. I mean, I have been over 20 years leading a blindfolded dance ritual that when I learned it was called trance dance. I often call it dance with the divine, but you go in to actually dance in, to connect with source, to actually be in, by going into the darkness, you actually get to tune in even more and be moved. Mm-hmm. And I know that, and right now I was in a place and it got put on the market and then I had to be out by last week, but I didn't have the place that's the yes yet. And I kind of feel it, like I feel things rearranging, but it's not yet. And I had to just really make peace with, wow, I'm going to be in that transition place, which I've been in many times and sometimes with a lot of struggle. And I was feeling my resistance, which we'll talk about, how to be with that. But I felt something come over me. It was just different at one point as all these pieces weren't working according to any of my control plans. I felt this like just incredible peace and that liberation of really that is the leap off the edge. Where we get the wings there's a quote about where you leap off the edge and the wings will grow as you're off the edge. And there's this lightness, the liberation that is like, oh, it's all completely held by something much bigger than me. Mm-hmm. And if I go with it, it's a lot easier than if I resist. And I had to be with my resistance too. Like our resistance isn't wrong. It's just natural. Mm-hmm. And when there's others though with us, it's so much easier. Like we're tuning into energy together. And this new moon is like, just be who you are. Yeah. It's like, that's what the world has been needing. Mm-hmm. Is this you being fully who you are now, alive, like with everything. And there's a lot of ways we've kind of been dead when we do things without awareness and we kind of just go through the motions, but we're not present in the motions. Like the same motion has so much power when there's presence in it. Or if I go like that, it's like there's just our source power comes in our presence with our movement. Right. So yeah. That feels like a good time to go.
Yeah.
Grounding. Yeah, let's get in our body even more. And I apologize for the shakiness because I'm in that transition from place to place. I'm not in the most perfect Zoom situation, but if it wiggles a little when I move, that's just adding some
movement.
I know. There used to be these dolls called jibba jabbers. They got rid of them because I think they were dangerous or something, but you would hold them and shake them and their heads would just shake. They were a good release tool at one point in time. They don't exist anymore. A lot of things are not existing anymore. A lot of just acknowledging that. And we'll do more with that, but just feeling a compassion for how much how much is ending.
Yeah.
Personally, on every level, so many things that have existed, and the systems of how we do things are changing.
Yeah.
So just feeling that truth in the joy, right? We can be in the joy, and it means it's like right now, most of the trees here except the evergreens are naked because we had fall. It's already happened, and Texas takes a while to finish up fall, but ours is pretty much, especially now that we got the snow. So there's just, as I was driving this week, I could just see all the naked trees, and and you can see so much more when all the trees are empty. Like you can see distances because the trees are silhouettes, and there's this exquisite beauty in the nakedness and the vulnerability in not having that layer that's so beautiful. The leaves are so beautiful, and then they show off really well when they're about to transform. And then there's that spacious beauty, and this is the time of year, especially for us in this hemisphere, the northern hemisphere, to just be with that. And yeah, so we'll do some more, and then just, yeah, this new moon we'll also be bringing in some intention energy, because new moons, but I like, yes, you said opening to the yes and surrendering to the yes, which sounds really good, doesn't it? So much more than resisting it and trying to make things happen.
Right.
And forcing. Right? Haven't we done that?
We've
So
done
much. We did that.
old. Time for the new.
So let's get in our bodies. You want to start us?
Yeah, I'll get us started, then I'll pass it on to you. So I know some of you might be driving. So if you are, I just ask that you find a safe place to park so that you can be safe. And for the rest of you, just allowing yourself to get here now, closing your eyes just for a moment, and just dropping into your body and just noticing right now. I want you to acknowledge your actual physical body. Just taking some really slow, deep breaths, bringing breath into your body. And as you breathe, feeling the body and just noticing right now, just notice your physical body. Notice any part of your body that's talking to you. Notice the parts of your body that may be tight or constricted. Notice the parts of your body that may be numb. Notice the parts of your body that maybe feel expansive. You're just noticing the body right now. And as you breathe and you inhale, just imagine you're inhaling all of this beautiful light. And as you exhale, you're releasing out any tension, any to-do lists, anything mental that's going on right now in your life. You're just breathing it out for the moment. And for this moment, you're just breathing in the light, the peace, the silence, and you're exhaling out all the noise and all the distraction in your mind. And we're just letting stuff go right now through our breath, and just bringing awareness to the body, bringing breath to the areas of the body that feel tight or constricted or in pain. Just bring breath to those areas of the body. And you can even tell that area of the body, relax. It's safe. Relax. And just keep breathing. And as you breathe consciously, letting the body begin to soften, letting the body begin to just relax and be held by Mother Earth. I want you just to feel, imagine, or sense your feet touching Mother Earth. So imagine a beautiful place in nature, and that your feet are touching Mother Earth right now. Feel the texture below your feet. So if you're on a beach, feel the sand. If you're climbing a mountain, feel the rocks. Maybe you're in a beautiful meadow, feel the soft grass. So wherever you are, allow yourself to feel the texture of Mother Earth under your feet. And in this moment, just be in gratitude, just gratitude. I am grateful I'm in a body. Just move into the gratitude of just, I'm grateful. Even if the body's not working the way you want it to, just move into just gratitude in this moment. I'm grateful I'm in a body in this moment. And that's okay if you're not. Just let what wants to move move. And now I want you to feel those feet on the earth, feeling that texture underneath your feet. And just set the intention to let roots grow out the bottom of your feet into the earth. Just letting yourself anchor in more. Letting yourself dive deeper into the energy of Mother Earth. All of her layers, her soil, her rocks, her water. All the beautiful abundance in Mother Earth. The veins of silver and gold, the gemstones. Just let your roots grow through her. Feel her richness. Feel her love. Feel how much she supports life on the planet. She is life. Just feel that energy beginning to flow and activate your roots. Feeling her beautiful energy. And letting that beautiful earth energy come up through your roots. Allowing that beautiful earth energy to flow into the bottoms of your feet. And just keep letting that beautiful earth energy flow into the body, renewing you, regenerating you with this beautiful Veriditas energy, this greening energy of Mother Earth that makes all things grow. You're just going to let that energy flow up your feet into your legs. It's okay if you don't feel it. It's okay if you don't in some way visualize it. Just know it's happening. We're just letting that beautiful Veriditas energy flow up into the body, letting it completely rise into the heart and then expand open your heart in a big, beautiful way into the space you're in. Just letting the heart have space to breathe, just opening up, expanding out the energy of your heart into the room you're in, even beyond that if you want. And then letting that light continue to rise, that beautiful energy, let it rise right out the top of your head. And you can imagine that it connects to that divine source light above you. You can imagine a beautiful luminous cloud of light 300 feet above you. You're just connecting to that source light that you are, that created you. We're just setting the intention to connect to that source grace that is here. And we're inviting that grace back down through the crown of your head. I usually see it as a beautiful golden yellow. And we're just letting that beautiful grace energy flow back into your body, all the way through your limbs, to the tips of your fingers, to the tips of your toes, imagining yourself turning this beautiful golden color as we invite in this gorgeous grace to be here for the movements that want to happen for you right now. And know that in co-creation with divine, only the movements that are ready for you, that you are ready for, those are the ones that move. Everything else does not. So just know you are in full control and you are here in co-creation with the rest of this beautiful conscious field of love to create movement, and not just for yourself in your life, but you're here actually on a higher level to help create movement for the planet. So just know that your soul knows this. This is why you're here. So I want to thank you for listening to the call to be here, because know that this is a gift you're giving to humanity. As we move, all move. And not just those of us on the call. It's not just those of us who will listen later, but literally we create these gorgeous ripples of light into the world where we create movement in places that need movement. So just know that we're doing a sacred thing right now. It's beautiful and it's sacred. So in this moment, I want you to really move into presence. So I want you to say right now, I want you to say this out loud. I have nothing to defend. And I want you to really feel that. I have nothing to defend. And just feeling any energy that's been out there needing to defend, you're pulling it back into your body. I have nothing to defend right now. You're feeling that energy of the solar plexus coming back in, because that's where we tend to put our defenses up, in the solar plexus. So just feeling that energy pull back into the body. I have nothing to defend. And then the statement, I have nothing to promote. So just pulling your heart energy back into the body. In this moment, you have nothing to promote. You're just coming into your central core self. And then the next statement, I have nothing to fear. Fear tends to be in the mental area, so pulling back all your thoughts, all the ways you're thinking that you should fear something, fear the unknown, just bringing that all back into the center of the body so that your solar plexus, your heart, and your mental energy all line up in a beautiful core right in the center of your body. And in this place, I just want you to say, I am enough. Really feel that. I am enough. And in that space, I want you to now say, I am here now. So just bringing you back into your core. I am here now. You're claiming your beautiful space. I am here now. And then we're going to take it one level higher. I am here now by choice. Claiming your sovereignty. You are here now by choice. And then one layer up from that, I am here now by choice and by love.
I am here
Really
now
acknowledging this truth. Feeling your core. I am here now by choice and by love. Really feeling the choice your soul made. Not just to be here on the call, but your choice that your soul made to be here on this earth, in this body, right now. You made that choice from a place of love. This is just a remembrance of that. To awaken a deeper aspect of your consciousness that wants to be here, that is here, right now. You're just claiming a truth in this moment. And that's just already helping energy to move for you. So just allowing that energy to move, claiming your truth. I am here now by choice and by love. This is a big part of who I am. I am that. I am that. Just breathing that in. Letting that ground in, letting it move whatever it wants to move within your energy field and within the group. And I'm going to pass this on to Gwendolyn.
Yeah, keep breathing that in. Really feel that energy. It's actually power and it's a spaciousness. Like it's your presence. I'm feeling how it ripples in every cell of you right now. Yeah. And breathing into your heart. And thank you, Linda, for bringing us into this place. And really breathing into your heart in this space. So feeling this expanded soul you here, the presence that is here. And then bringing your awareness into your heart, into your body. And just asking your heart right now, your body, what is it calling in? What is it asking for right now? And just notice whatever sensation comes in the body. And if there's an emotion or a feeling, and let that awareness be here. And just imagine that you heard it and you give it a space to the left of you, next to you. Often it's to the left. And then I invite you to ask the you that you're becoming, the one you're growing into, to be here. And asking it, what is it calling in? This liberated you, fully realized. What is it wanting you to remember right now? The one that you're becoming. What is it wanting you to remember right now? And just letting your eyes softly open, just bringing ourselves present and feeling those two energies next to you. Yeah. And just for a moment with these two next to you, I'm going to have us drop in one more time. Just asking yourself, what am I resisting right now? What am I resisting loving, being with, feeling? And just let that part of you that's in resistance have a space next to you as well. And recognizing we've entered sacred space. If you choose to speak on this call, we are recording it and we will be sharing it with others. So if you choose not to speak, that's fine. But we want to let you know that you will be shared out in the world.
And there's
And
also a chat. So if you don't want to come on with your voice, you can always type into the chat.
yeah.
And the
Yes.
chat, I don't think the chat will show up on the video. It'll just be the video.
I don't think so. And it's okay if then you're not, your picture isn't being recorded that way. So,
right.
Yeah. So, yeah. So taking a moment to really feel in, and you can either do this on chat or just notice what came up. First, what your heart is calling in. What are you asking for? And if anyone wants to share, knowing that if you share, you're carrying something for all of us, and you'll help all of us heal it. Is there an awareness that's here right at this time? Yeah.
And to type into the chat, those of you who've never used Zoom, if you look at the bottom of your screen, there's a little bubble with 3 dots in it, and you can just click on that and it opens up a chat box, and you can just type in anything that you're feeling, that you're aware of at the moment, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or unmute yourself and share.
Is there any awareness that wants to be shared?
Veronica.
Oh, go ahead, Veronica.
Hi, Veronica.
Hi, I'm feeling like an awareness of I feel like burdens. I guess that's the only, like if I have this backpack on my back, like a heaviness that I'm carrying, but I'm ready to but my future me sees myself so light and peaceful. Like I'm ready to, I think, just give the burden, let it go,
Yeah.
take it off. Like the backpack is the only way I can explain it, because I just feel like it's not stuck to me, but it's on me.
Right. So are you okay if I work with you for a moment?
Yes.
Okay. So when you feel into the backpack, right, I invite you to kind of if you can, set it down or have it next to you and just look at it for a moment. Yeah. And just let yourself feel what's there in the backpack. I mean, we're all carrying this bag of stories of what we've lived, the experiences we've lived. And it includes all the love that we're connected to. And as you look at this backpack, what do you notice in your body?
I know, I feel something in my solar plexus area.
Yeah.
My stomach area.
Yeah. So I invite you to put your hand there on your stomach.
Okay.
And just ask that part of you, what is it wanting you to remember right now? What do you notice?
And I hear the word worthiness.
Say that again. Worthiness.
Worthiness. Like that's the word that came when you asked me to remember. Like you are worthy.
Yeah. So first say thank you to your backpack energy. Just say thank you.
Thank you.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Yeah. And what part of you right now, so there's the backpack, what part of you right now is resisting letting go of the backpack? And this is great for all of us, right? What are you resisting letting go of? And what do you notice?
I noticed in my stomach, like the pain went away, but now I feel it on my chest. Like it moved up.
It did, right? So for just a moment, let that be here. And I'm going to invite it to just be the grief. And this is true for all of us. The letting go comes with grief. That's the feeling of letting go of something that we're connected to. It's one of the most authentic feelings of existence. And often our protective self is trying to keep us from feeling our grief. It protects the heart. So it feels, and sometimes that really serves. There are moments we have to keep going and we don't have the time to stop and feel our grief. But now in this circle that we're in together, all of us that are in this circle, you have some piece in your backpack. And to let go, we're going to feel the let go. What are you noticing now, Veronica?
Like a pulling, like it's being pulled like away.
Yeah.
But like not a heavy pull, just like a let it go kind of, it wants to leave.
Yeah. So tell it again, say, thank you for all of your service.
Thank you for all of your service.
And all of the love.
And all of the love.
So this backpack is representing an energy of the old story that you've carried, right? And it's connected to all of the people you love and all of the life that you're connected to. Right? And anything that it's time for it to go, it naturally actually wants, like you said, there's a pull. It's wanting to return, to go back to the earth, just like the leaves want to dance their way to the ground, to become part of the earth in that way. Ooh, so what are you noticing now? And my body pops and shakes a lot.
Yeah.
There you go.
I feel like I noticed that I don't see the backpack anymore. Like like it disappeared. It's like, I don't know, it floated away. Like I see it going into the earth. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Almost like it's going down a river.
Yeah.
Is the way I kind of see it, like slowly.
Yeah. So just breathe in that, like in your body, breathe in right now. And everyone that's listening, feel any release that's happened and just breathe into your body. And feel how the structure is different, right? Without the backpack. Because the body's been moving in a way with a backpack, with this operating in the operating system. So the body is experiencing something new, right? And let yourself breathe into your heart. Yeah. Letting any piece of that old story that's flowing down, and then asking your heart, well, what are you noticing in your body right now?
I feel like now I'm standing straight. Like I don't know how to explain it. I almost feel like something pulled my head, like I'm sitting up.
Yeah.
Lighter, straighter. I mean, I feel my whole body. I don't feel the heaviness anymore on the back.
Right. Because your body's structurally designed to hold you up, right? To be this creation. And it can do a lot of things. So it happily was part of all this weight that it carried, right? But now it's like that tree energy. It's like, oh, I'm here without my leaves right now because they've gone, right? And the seeds, talk some about the seeds. The seeds have already been dropped. We've been intending, and we're going to intend some now, but the seeds of what we're becoming have actually already started. They've dropped. We feel the calling. That's what we're hearing, is this calling of what we're here to become. And we're designed to become it. It's not outside of us. It's like the acorn is designed to be an incredible oak tree. It's when it's nourished and able to take in the earth and the light, it can become that. So feel that energy. Feel how the light's flowing through you differently. And I often feel it like that life energy that we open to, that life energy flowing in every cell, and that light energy flowing in every cell. And everyone who's listening, really feel how these two work together. And notice any parts that are having to release. You might be having coughs or yawns or things, because it's basically as we move this energy through, those parts of us that are asleep in our subconscious that are operating are actually kind of getting woken up a little by what we're doing. They're like, oh, there's light here. There's life here. Yeah. And Veronica, what are you noticing now?
I feel like I can even breathe easier.
Yeah.
Like even taking a breath is easier.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel forced. It feels like I'm actually breathing when I breathe in, where before I felt like I was suffocating almost. Like forcing the breathing in and out. And now I feel like it's just, the air is just flowing.
Right. Yeah. And there, and put your hand on your heart. Just speak that statement we made earlier. I am here now by choice and by love.
I'm here now by choice and by love.
Feel that. And everyone who's listening to this, do that with your body. We all have some pieces we're letting go of, and this collective field is helping it happen. It's natural to release. It's natural to feel the release. It's natural to be released, to be in our transparent, simple tree self. And feel your presence here inside of this space. What are you noticing now, Veronica?
I feel, I don't feel, my whole body is like literally moving, like by itself. Like the energy just like I'm almost like I'm dancing.
Like you're what?
Like I'm dancing. Like I feel the energy is forcing my body to just like sway.
Yeah.
That's how light, like I feel.
So I want you to feel your feet right now. And everyone listening to this, so as you open, right? So in the dance, feel your feet. You're still connected to the earth.
Yes.
Right? You're still in your body.
It's more like my upper body. Like my legs still feel very connected.
Yeah, good.
It's just the lightness.
Right. So there's that spaciousness, right? That you can move.
Yeah.
And be your expression. We express from our hearts through our bodies. It's actually through our whole core, our creative center and our second chakra, and up through our solar plexus and in our hearts. That's a creative. When you think of a tree moving around. So you're still feeling your root. You're still here. This is really important to everyone. I'm using you as the representative, but we're here in our bodies, and we're letting what we let go of become part of the earth, become part of. So we didn't do anything to it. We allowed it to move on. And there are pieces of us. There's story of us that you just let go of, a story of you, things you've carried. It's just how to release. And then there's this new energy flowing, right? And so now I just want you to feel that energy that you're becoming. It's here in the movement, but just notice, look in that direction if you can. That what Linda talked about, that destiny that's calling us, like the tree calling the oak, or the butterfly calling the caterpillar out of the cocoons. Like there's a calling. Yeah, and feel that energy of what you're becoming. This is for everyone. There you go. And what are you noticing now?
I just feel like I see a huge smile, like the sunshine, like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not very good at explaining it's just a huge, like almost like a ray of light, but from the sun, from the sky coming in, and I'm just walking towards that with a huge smile, like
Yeah.
almost like I'm dancing into the light. I don't know how to,
Yeah.
just very light, very carefree.
Right? Because that's that energy, right? That's us, the earth being that we are, and the light being, and the light coming in right now, it's pouring in to us. It's part of this awakening, but it's pouring in for us. It's like the trees, we don't have our leaves to take it in, but it's nourishing the growth. It's nourishing it in this gentle way. It's not an effort. It's here. It's here. And Linda, do you have some awarenesses? I feel.
Yeah, there's a lots of movement for the whole group. So I'm here I'm using crystals to help move some energy through the body for everybody. So I know that there's been a lot of releases for people. And if there's an area right now in your body that maybe still is activated in some way, just be patient as the energy continues to move. Put your awareness there. There is a beautiful, like, as Veronica was sharing this image of her walking towards this ray of light with a big smile on her face, it's like we're all following. Okay, so it's like as a whole group consciousness, we're like, oh, there's the light, and we're all following her into the light. So that's the vision I'm seeing. And we're all just dropping our backpacks right now. So for some of you, like some of you have bigger backpacks than others, and you're holding some big ones, and so you're having to drop those right now. So if energy hasn't quite moved completely for you yet, just know it's in process. And I'm feeling there was a lot of energy stuck kind of in the throat, the chest, the shoulders, where you're holding something heavy. I felt a lot of that moving, so it's a lot lighter now. So just be in this awareness of where the energy's moving for you.
Yeah.
Notice if there's anything that you're like, well, I'm noticing it and it's not moving. So if something like that's happening for you, write it into the chat or unmute yourself and share so that we can assist it to move, because we can make it move very quickly. You just have to.
Yeah, the field wants to help, and it can be anything. So the more we bring up the resistances, thank you, Veronica, the more we bring them up, the more they have place, and all of this can move. When we try to bypass them, it doesn't work. So if there's a fear or something, resistance that keeps showing up, it actually needs to be seen and loved. Mm-hmm. And this is true as an ongoing practice. If you keep knowing something there, instead of like constantly trying to override it, give it a space to be seen and loved. And if you want to share something here, you'll help all of us do that, because there's lots of layers to this process. And some parts of our past that are here need more attention in order for us to release them, because they're part of our operating, and we need to, there's part of what there's some part we need to receive in order to do this movement. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing wrong wherever you're at. Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah. Is anyone feeling they want to share something in the chat or? Especially about the voice. When Linda said that, that's where there's a lot still stuck in the field. Mm-hmm. The heart voice. Yep.
So and one of those who wants to speak, but you're like, eek.
Okay, sure. I just got one. So one of the people on the call, I'll just honor privacy. It said, resistance to being in the now, part of past memory that being fully in the light will bring darkness.
Mm.
Right.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Big awareness.
Because the darkness, the light is actually in the darkness and it feels heavy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hear that. Right. So we're not actually going out into the light. We feel the light. What we're doing is we're opening to it. We're moving towards it so that it can come through.
Yes.
But the other thing that we're opening towards is the darkness. Because the darkness is what created all of this galaxy we're part of. The darkness is the infinite void of creation is actually this, like the black hole, there's this infinite space. I know that's not exactly what you're feeling, but I just want to acknowledge darkness has its space, because there can be a way that we want light and dark is bad. So there's something where those two got twisted up together, where the true dark, which in a way is that deep feminine, the thing that holds, that all of creation is, and then light comes in and conception with it, that there's something where that got twisted. Is there more you want to write? There you go. It's right here. It's in the voice, but it's also this deep protection between the heart and the solar plexus. Yeah. So everyone notice that, because that can be here. We're often afraid to be our light because of what's actually happened in the past, in our story as a humanity. Many people were killed, and we're the perpetrators, we're the killers of those with the light. Yeah. So it's shifting in your body right now. She says it was twisted in my body. There you go. So yeah, so feeling, this is where we want to touch into our creative center, like our lower dantian. Right. Okay, so I see that your body's moving you forward. You don't enjoy the forward movement. Okay, so I'm going to ask a question. Yeah. So what part of you, what part of you is refusing to release the old story? Really feel that. This is for everyone. What part of you is refusing to release the old story? And it can be deep. In other lifetimes, in the lineage of your ancestors. There's a deep loyalty. And this is really big, because we're going to let go of a lot of things in our humanity in the next few years. That your relationships, so the words are, because of the old story, the one that feels I will lose all of my relationships if I'm in the light. Now really feel that, everyone.
Yeah. Ooh, it's a big one.
That's huge for all of us, because our relationships are wired inside of the old story, which is one reason we won't let go. And get this, the letting go is not about disconnecting from the love. Oh, yeah. And we love our story. So let's take a moment. See that beautiful feather behind Linda? She has this beautiful feather.
Beautiful feather.
And there's another beautiful painting behind that, the sea. Let's feel those energies, right? They're here, right? So the story, like the beauty, the art of it, the creation energy of it, is still available. So your backpack might not disintegrate. It's still available. To feel that energy of the story that's been. And let yourself, the person I'm working with, and everyone, look at that story. Look at that symbol, whatever it shows up for you. See the symbol of your story. Even Veronica, the one that dissipated, there'll be some of your story that you actually want to connect into right now, and just give it your presence. But it's actually you in that story. Feel you in that story. There you go. And in this present state, look at that part of you and just say to it, thank you for all that we've created. And thank you for all that you've carried. And as you do that, thank you, let your palms be open and really breathe in. So a thank you really is only a thank you if we receive. So that thank you is a thank you. It's an actual breathing in to the palms of your hand, to your whole body. All of the gifts of that story. Not so much in the details as in the energy, all the creation energy. So you're breathing in, because we're still opening to that worthiness. We're breathing in all that we were connected to, all that we're part of. And that might be all of your family, all of the, all the places that we were available and not available. So the story carries everything. It's when we were not true to ourselves, when we were true to ourselves. Sometimes it's when we did things for others. It's all the beauty and all of the things we might not want to look at. And just breathing all of that in. The times we didn't use our voice. The times we might have overused our voice. And as you're breathing in, you're feeling all the connections. If you have children, your children, feeling the connections with your partners, all the partners you've had, just all of the story. Right now we're doing there's a big giant circle on this day. We're in the new. We are actually in the new. We're here. It's kind of like being born. It's like you were in the womb. We're here. And you can just draw in as much of the energy, from what's been created, from the old story, just drawing it into the present, letting all that life force and the beauty of it, the colors, if you're a visual, just start drawing in those colors, drawing in all of the beauty of that old story. And allowing the grief to actually be here present as well. So feeling the grief sitting next to you, because there is a letting go happening. And embracing the unknown sounds good and all, but sometimes our entire instinctive operating system is designed to protect us from that. Is designed to keep us safe and doing the same thing again and again. So as we're doing this, I invite you to put your hands on your body, on your stomach somewhere, and just say, we're talking about the defend, just say, I am safe now. There you go. I am safe now. I am safe now. Because all those protective mechanisms are running from another moment in time to protect you. And they might have even protected your ancestors. So feel this giant, beautiful scene, and what you're letting go of, this old story, it's not gone. It might dissipate for some people, but it's also just part of this landscape. It's part of that beautiful painting behind Linda, the two paintings behind Linda. Good. Feeling your ancestor release. And so actually feel your ancestors in this, everyone who's doing this, taking this in. Just like what she said, there was like a pull for it to go back where it belonged, for the backpack to go where it belonged. Letting all of this go and say to this story, thank you. Thank you. Really letting yourself receive it. And also saying out loud, I will, if you've called in your ancestors, anybody in the story that's here, just say, I will let you carry what belongs to you. I will let you carry what belongs to you. We're doing a really big field clearing right now. And so if you're listening to this at any point in time, your ancestors have joined us. And feel your ancestors taking what belongs to them. And really, you need to have at least one palm open. You can have both. And just say, thank you. And I would say thank you for all the life I've received. Thank you for all the life I've been given. And I give back and let you carry what belongs to you.
Wow, lots of emotions coming up right now.
Yeah.
The message I'm getting is just that incredible deep love that each of us has for our ancestors and those who came before us. Even if we may not be conscious of it, we have such a deep love for all those that came before us that it's almost this heartbreaking to like give back. It's like this is how we have sensed we stay connected. And
Yeah.
I almost feel like heartbreaking to have to give back.
Yeah, as your heart breaks, I invite us to actually feel that as an opening. You're opening to all the love, and you might feel the grief, and that's because there's love. That's because you're actually opening to the love. When we open to the love, we cry. That's why people cry at weddings too.
Mm-hmm.
We open to love, and often in our grief, when we know something's missing, we feel this connection, this love. But as we open to the love, then we actually become a conduit for it. We're connected to that love. We're not letting go of it.
Right.
We're opening to the flow of it. But our job as the next generation of creation, just like the branches, is also to reach the light and let that come in, to let that incredible life force come in from our ancestors, from all of the life we've lived, right? This earth, we're taking it in. We can take it in. We are the gift of all of the moments that came before. In this moment, we're the gift of our entire life journey, the gift of all the journeys that were part of us. And thousands of people had to say yes and come together for us to even exist. Right. Beautiful. This one said, definitely ancestor release, and then open the bandwidth of love. So feel that energy of opening the bandwidth. As we open to this love, then the light energy that comes through us is operating at that level.
Mm-hmm.
And we become a conduit of bringing that light all the way through our bodies, all the way into all that's happened before, all of the ancestors and the stories. It's like the roots. The branches can bring the light into the roots. Woo. Right. This one wrote, coming in at the speed of light now. Right. So the love is flowing and the light's flowing, right? And these work together. This is the consummation of creation, right? Where the love is this incredible alwaysness, but we get to experience love in the body. We get to experience light too, but love is like the whole point, right? That's our deepest longing in our human nature, is connection, is love. We don't ever going to let go of the love, but we carry other parts because we think we will have to let go of the love, and out of a deep loyalty to the love we are a part of. This is all part of us. We're not getting rid of. We're allowing it to unwind to this amazing flow. Right?
Ooh. I'm hearing the word expansion, like there's lots of expansive energy. It's like I'm seeing everybody's energy fields go whoosh,
Yeah.
out to start opening to this beautiful light at a next level. So don't be surprised if some beautiful new gifts open up for you. I'm hearing that yeah, some new gifts are opening up. So as we let in more light, it actually awakens the coding in our genetic system, the higher levels of coding that we came to earth with, so that we can really step into our soul missions with all our tools blazing, so that we can, let these powerful gifts open up to the next level so that as we're called to do our soul missions, whatever those are, we have all these beautiful, amazing gifts and tools at our disposal to be used in those moments we need them as we're moving forward. So to think that we don't have what we need to live our destiny, that's one big, huge lie. We absolutely have everything we need right here in this moment to live our destiny. We do. We are already here.
And we are part of this collective creation. So all of that energy that we're connected to, even though we're in this letting go, so the leaves go to the earth and hopefully get to compost naturally. Sometimes they get packaged up, but they're still going to compost. They're still going to become part of the earth. So we're still part of this creation. And we're here now to be that. And to actually feel that love as the support, that support around us, in us, through us, and from us, right? And then that light comes through, and that's this full embodiment. And our destinies are calling us right now. There. And this one just said, feel the gentleness set in. Right? Feel this like, oh, that's the grace.
Yes.
That we're actually not doing it. It's moving through us, in us. And feeling compassion in this space for ourselves, everyone else. Compassion, and in the grace, there's so much trust. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So feeling this energy. Woo. Yeah. So good. Letting it be here in your bodies. Let it feel it in your pelvis and your legs. This energy needs some wiggle your body some. Let it just be here.
I'm just going to call in some gemstone energy to help just support the energy that's already here. There's still parts that still are moving for people. Okay, so if you're still feeling like, ooh, I still feel something here and there or wherever, I still am feeling some parts moving around the throat and all of that. So I keep feeling the energy of lapis lazuli. It's this beautiful dark blue stone. So we're just going to call in, invoke the energy of lapis lazuli. So if it's something that's needed to help continue to support the opening, expansion of your throat chakra, letting go of whatever has kept you from speaking, expressing, allowing your creative gifts to be in the world. I'm just visualizing and calling in that beautiful lapis lazuli energy into the throat chakra. And if you do have the stone, wear it or have it around you or put it on the throat chakra if you feel there's something still stuck there to help it move. Mother Earth gives us every possible gemstone to help with all the ways that our energy needs support. And lapis is a great one for helping to really kind of open up the throat. There's other really wonderful stones, but that's the one that I'm feeling coming in. So I'm just going to call in that energy to support people in their movement. The other energy that I'm feeling still wanting to, or it's in process of moving, is all the ways that the weight has kind of left some indentations in our shoulders. So those heavy backpacks, you've been wearing a heavy backpack, you take it off and you feel this, indentations in the shoulders. So I'm just feeling like some of the residuals of that. So just really just being able to shake it off. And like Gwendolyn says, maybe after this call, like doing some jumping around and moving and just doing stuff with your arms.
If you can, if it's not too cold and snowing, you could, or you're feeling up for it, you could go lean against a tree. Let yourself feel backed up by earth energy. That would be really powerful. And you're restructuring. So be really gentle with your body. It's like you're learning to speak your truth. So I would just say that right now. I'm learning. Tell your body right now, I'm listening. Saying that out loud, I'm listening. I'm learning. And I will speak for you. And I am more than enough. I am more than enough. I'm more than enough. Something about trusting our liberation, right? Trusting that if we move from that place, it's new. We're used to moving with weight, with resistance. So it's kind of like, I can kind of think the caterpillar, and then you have wings and they lift. And it's like that stuff in our back that's heavy. But also what's there is our wings are opening to actually move in that new way. And feeling those support of the crystals that we called in. Yeah, feeling that energy. I'm glad it feels awesome to that one. Is there any other, we're going to just do a little quick check-in. Is there any other words that someone wants to say in chat? And we have a little bit we want to share with you. We are going to be offering a special 3-part series. So does someone have something they wanted to share? Any awareness? Yeah, Linda and I, we just got guided to do this just to complete this year, because we're going into this we're in this incredible time, but we're in a little bit of the let go as we head towards the solstice and the new year. And then we fully are in a whole new decade and a new time. And so there's something about taking the time with some of these pieces. Yeah, and we're calling it Completing 2019 with Grace. So it's going to be a special, it'll be a Zoom calls with the two of us on Tuesdays at noon Central. That's 10 a.m. Pacific, if you're looking at this. And if you'd like to work with us, we're going to go deeper. It'll be a small group, and we'll go deeper into these pieces and what parts of you need support to both complete and also to help you in this integration, right? Like the stuff that's showing up with the voice, like how do you practice that? And prepare yourself so that when we go into the new year, you've actually really completed. We did some on this call, so it's really beautiful, but that you've grounded it in, and we'll be a small group of people. So it starts next week, so December 3rd, 10th, and 17th. And we'll be sending out more info really soon. But if you're interested in being part of it, it'll be a small circle. If you're interested in being a part of it, you'll have the option to just be in the circle or to be in the circle and have a session with Linda and I. So yeah, you want to say anything else?
So, yeah, so just to let everyone know that the energy that is already here and that's going to just amp up more in 2020, it is a very different energy than our humanity has ever experienced. So this completing 2019 with grace, it's not just completing 2019.
Yeah.
It's like really completing an entire book of our life, the book of life for each of us. We're completing that. And, it takes a village. This whole do-it-yourselfer mentality, especially in America, doesn't serve us actually anymore. We are being called to come into these conscious places of community and connection to really do deeper, more powerful work. So this 3-part series in many ways is holding, the message I got is that it's holding this new energy already of 2020. So you're going to be actually getting to taste 2020 before it's even here through this 3-part series that we're doing. And we're inviting in that beautiful grace so that as we transition into the new year, you've really closed your old book of life and you're really stepping into the destiny of 2020 on with so much lightness, no more backpack, no more luggage, no more baggage.
And so much more trust and ease. And like just this, my website's Divine Movements, but there's a way when we're moving and dancing that we just know the next movement, where it's that inspired living.
Yes.
Right? And when we're tuned in with ourselves, with source, that just happens. There's the natural movements happen and the natural things move towards us and we move towards them. So the more we can do that, and what we just did was a completion with grace. And as we do that on the deepest layers and open to the new, then we're like really present and ready for this new time. Like we're moving in it. You know, I talked about how I'm in this transition where I moved out of a place, but I haven't found the yes place. So I'm in the in between. I'm very clear of the place I'm going to. I feel it calling me. And I also feel that there's like, how do I address things now and clean up anything I need to address now so that I'm not bringing that with me? Like I'm not trying to operate my system with some piece that feels unclear.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, I love the metaphor of, you know, there was the very first operating system, you know, that Apple had. And, you know, we've been upgrading over the years. And so now, you know, we're not even I mean, it's like as if we are the whole way operating systems were uploaded, all that has changed. It's like brand new. It's like even new hardware, okay, is coming in. So it's even the computers are changing, meaning our bodies. So it's not just an upgrade of our operating system. I'm also getting the message that it's actually an upgrade of our physical systems too.
Yeah.
This is why it's so big. This is why for those that are very sensitive, you're feeling it so much, is because not only that, your physical system is in an upgrade as well, not just the way you operate in the world. So it's big shift, and it's powerful, and it's amazing. And it's going to be what, you know, how I describe it with some of my clients is it's like popcorn. Like all of a sudden there's a pop, 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 pop happening. And there's going to be lots of popping in 2020, but there's already pops, you know, those first, you know, kernels of corn that pop in the popcorn bag in the microwave. That's happening right now for some people, those pops. And then eventually it's going to just lots and lots of pops is happening. And so we're here to help you pop with grace.
Yeah.
And really allow the old to have its beautiful sacred place as you move forward, keeping the love with as you move forward.
And being with the being able to be with like change and transformation as a way of being right now. Like that's what it was like when we were babies, when we were little, and we just kept growing and changing. We actually kind of had a softness and fluidity with it. So this is like, oh, we're new, and we're gonna need, things are gonna kind of keep changing, but how do we have an ease with that? Right? How do we and the key is what she was saying, we cannot do this by ourselves. This next era is totally about feeling our connections, you know, and listening to with everything, with all of the earth, and trusting Mother Nature's in this transformation, like really being a butterfly instead of a caterpillar, and what that feels like, right? And all the other butterflies with, and from that state of love, like we will be grieving and being able to be that state with others as they let go, because this is the time of so much of that. But our light bodies are ready. They're getting woken up. Yeah, it feels really good. So definitely message us if you're interested in that, because it'll just be a small group and we will send out more details. But it'll be Tuesdays at noon Central, 10 a.m. Pacific, and it starts next Tuesday. So 3 Tuesdays in a row to support us to go into that territory together. We will be recording them, but it's really good if you can be here because we'll do more interactive pieces.
Yes. Is there any last comments that anybody has? If you want to unmute yourself or you want to put something in the chat, we just invite that before we do the actual closing. So we're going to do like an energetic closing right now to give back the energy and all of that. So just before we do that, is there any last things that need to be shared or questions? All right. Well, Gwendolyn, I'll let you do the energy closing, and then we will hopefully see you next Tuesday for some amazing movements that are going to really support you.
Yes. And if you want to work with us individually, also let us know. We have that capacity. And the sessions like Linda's doing and I'm doing right now, they're just mind-blowing right now. Like things just want to shift out. It's just like that. They just want to move so we can be present. There's so much that wants to be created and needs our presence now. Right? So taking a deep breath in And really breathing in all that you want to take in that's yours in this moment from this creation we made together. Even if you're joining us in another moment in time, really breathing in what's yours and feeling it, feeling in all that's yours, and breathing out anything that belongs to others, to anyone else on the call. This is a powerful practice to breathe in what belongs to you. So breathing it in again, taking in all the life energy, anything that's yours, and breathing out what belongs to others. And doing that one more time, really breathing it in. Putting your hands on your body and breathing out what belongs to anyone else, others. You can shake it. And then I invite you to shake your body a little bit and tap it, just feeling it in its aliveness. And then saying, we're going to make a statement. You're going to say, I am in your name at least 3 times to really claim your space. I am Gwendolyn. I am Gwendolyn. I am Gwendolyn. So feel that, because this is a practice to be connected, but to also be in our sovereignty. We honor each other when we do that. We honor ourselves and each other when we do that. Yeah. I'm feeling all the juicy energy around to support you when you want it. Yeah.
So just thank you to every beautiful soul that was on this call. Thank you to those who shared. Thank you for all the gorgeous ways that you are helping humanity move forward right now by being in your place of courage to do your personal work, because your personal work is not selfish. It is a huge gift to humanity. Every single one of us who embark on a path of our deep awakening of our own divine consciousness blesses the whole planet. So it is a powerful act of love that each of you are a part of. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here and you wouldn't even know me or Gwendolyn, because we're all part of that same, we're all part of the same tribe. So, yeah. Hey, all you beautiful tribe members, thank you so much.
I know.
Coming together.
We're creating waves of love, light, juju, all over the place.
So sending you all off with lots of love and light and gratitude. Thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful, amazing Thanksgiving for those of you who do Thanksgiving, and lots of gratitude to each of you, to your beautiful hearts, to your light, to being in the world. You matter, you are enough, you are worthy, and let that destiny pull you into 2020 with joy, yes, with dancing, with light, with happiness.
And feel the blessing, the blessing that you are, the blessings that are here. Really feel the blessing that you are, the blessings, and that you get to share.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have a lot to create in the days to come.
Yes, we do.
Yay.
Everybody have a beautiful, amazing Thanksgiving, a beautiful day. For some of you, there's still energy moving. I still feel some kind of sleepiness. So there might be some energy that you just need to sleep it off.
Well, that's how it reconfigures. Our subconscious gets moved around, and often the best way for it to reconfigure is for us to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to process it. So
if you feel that, rest, honor it. Lots of minerals. I keep telling people we're needing way more electrolytes and minerals than we think right now, because so much is shifting energetically. Of course, lots of water as well, to keep yourself healthy. So thank you, Gwendolyn. You're
amazing. You, Linda.
And I look forward to our beautiful Completing with Grace 2019 starting next week, and we'll send out more emails to everybody. So if you are someone who's interested, or you know someone who'd be interested, forward those emails.
Yes. Please share, and please, we'll share the replay if we can get that up. So please share it, because we want to help people move this energy. Like that's the times we're in, is we help each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Blessings on your holidays.
Yes. Bye.